Greetings, welcome back, yogis. It's time to do some yoga. We're starting with a blanket today, so if you have one, grab it. If you don't, or if you just don't want to use it, that's perfectly fine. I'll give you a few seconds to grab some props and I'll see you right back here. Okay, we're starting today in a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, but we are going to be using props as I have indicated. I am going to use a blanket here that is extended on the wide side. Then I'll roll it up so you can do the same. Or if you have a bolster, feel free to use it as long as it's not something that's a gigantic bolster. That's probably going to be a little, a little bit, like overkill. So use a blanket, a smaller blanket rolled, or a small bolster or smaller pillows. If you don't wish to use any props, or if you don't have them, that's fine. You can still come into your forward fold. It's just easier to soften the knees with something propped behind them, but you're welcome to put a little bend in the knees, put a bend in your knees if you're not using any props. Sit tall. Walk the hands out on the legs. Don't worry so much about reaching your feet. So if the feet are far away, you don't even have to grab them. If they happen to be really close, it's easy to grab them. You're welcome to do so. Feel free to extend, lengthening the spine. Start to bring awareness to the breath, and if you like, you can always close the eyes. Option, of course. You're going to be modifying your practice today as it makes sense for you. So we're folding in on ourselves. We are creating some stability by being in this seated position with so much of our body actually making contact with the mat. We're folding in, closing off everything else so we can better focus on what's happening. We'll be holding poses just a little longer today, as we have been in recent weeks, focusing our attention on quieting the mind. When we hold poses for longer, it tends to bring things up. So I invite you to move through your practice today, bringing awareness to these things as they arise, but then just simply letting them go and moving on so you can find stillness, quiet the mind, right? Yoga happens when the mind is quiet, when we still the fluctuations, when we quiet the thoughts. So that is our focus today. Feel free to engage in Ujjayi breath if you like. Let's give ourselves about 3 more deep breaths. Coming out, slide the hands in as you return upright. You can bend the knees, release the prop out from behind the legs. Keep it close by in case you want to use it during the practice. Janu Shirshasana, extend your right leg out. Bend the left knee and bring your left foot close to the inside of the right thigh. As an option, if you'd like to use the blanket still under the right knee, feel free to do so, right? Option to keep it or let it go. See how everything is feeling. Sit tall, walk your hands out again over the extended leg, either letting your hands rest on the leg as you fold, or if the foot, and only if the foot is easy to grab, you can just hold on to it. Let's take another 2 or 3 deep breaths. One more time. Coming out once again, walk the hands in, returning upright, removing any props if you were using them, switching sides, extend the left leg out. Now your right foot closes in on the inner left thigh. Blanket, bolster, prop under the left knee if you choose or not. Walk your hands out. Keep the hands on the leg, or if you can easily grab the foot, go for it. Deep breaths. One more time. We'll come out, walk the hands in, return upright. Uncross your legs, come onto hands and knees. Extending your right leg straight back out on the mat with the toes tucked. The right heel gently presses back just to wake up the leg. One more breath. Slide your right leg out to the right side toward 3 o'clock with your right foot resting flat, toes heel on the mat. Tucking or untucking your left toes, you can hold it here or walk the hands back, deepening the stretch through the inner right thigh. Let's take another deep breath. Come back up, sweep your right leg straight back behind you, lift it off the mat with the right toes turned toward the mat so the hips are level. Reach the left arm forward, either hold it here, balance, or bend the right knee, reach the left hand back, kick your foot into the left hand. Let's hold for another full breath. We'll meet with the right leg out, the left arm forward. Lower your left hand, send the right knee outside the left leg. You can keep it right here or shift back if that feels good to do. Take another full breath. Coming back up, hands and knees, the right knee goes back to the right side, sweep the left leg back, toes tucked on the mat, gently press the left heel back. One more breath. Sweep your left leg out to the left side toward 9 o'clock. Toes heel resting flat on the mat, tucking or untucking your right toes. Feel free to shift back a little, waking up your adductor muscles on the inner left thigh. This is a great way to reach those muscles. Opening up the hips a little, one more breath. Walk your hands out, slide the left leg straight back behind you, lift it off the mat with your toes pointing to the mat, hips level, right arm reach it out, thumb up. Hold here as you breathe, or bend the left knee, take your right hand, catch the left foot, kick into the right hand. Relax your gaze past the nose and let's give it another deep breath. Release the left leg back, the right arm forward. Lower the right hand, send the left knee to the outside of the right leg. Feel free to keep it here, neutral, or shift back if you choose. One more deep breath. Coming back up. The left knee goes back to the left side. Spread the fingers wide, tuck your toes, down dog, lift the hips up and back. Feel free to walk out your feet in the first down dog. Bending one knee, the other. Big inhale, lift the heels. Big exhale, sink the heels back. Come forward to plank, lining up the shoulders over the wrist. With little readjusting, we'll bring it back to down dog as the heels again sink toward the mat. Soft bend in the knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to the front. Folding over the legs when you get there, the feet slightly separating. Ragdoll pose, take hands to opposite elbows, head down, and if it feels good, you can sway or nod the head. Switch the hands so the opposite hand is on top. Dropping the arms toward the mat, roll up slow, press down, uncurl, stacking one vertebra at a time on top of the next. Coming up, head last, stand tall in Tadasana. Bringing the prayer to the heart, Samastitihi. Feel free to close the eyes if you choose as you take a moment, checking in with the breath, maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Then opening the eyes if they're not already open, sweep the arms around, Urdhva Hastasana, reach, exhale, dive over the legs, Uttanasana. Lift your chest on the inhale, step back into plank with your exhale. Vashisthasana, side plank, face the right side of the room. You can lower the left knee for stability with your right foot flat, toes and heel on the mat, or you can straighten out the legs, one on top of the other if you even want to go for that. Any other variations that you're working on, feel free to explore them. And lower back to center. Let's go the other way. Again, you can lower the right knee, extend the left leg out, foot flat, left arm up, or both legs straight, one in front of the other, or even one on top of the other, whatever suits you today. Breathe. Keep it steady. Lower back to center plank. You can either go directly back to down dog or drop the knees or even keep the knees up, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhaling back to down dog or enjoy a nice child's pose. Let's take about 3 deep breaths. From your downward facing dog, look forward. Walk or hop the feet lightly to the front. Lift your chest on the inhale, then exhale, round it down. Stepping your feet together, Utkatasana chair. Sit deep, arms up. Bring the prayer to the heart. Keep the hips down, knees back a little. Twist to the right, hook the left elbow, look over the right shoulder if you can. Thumbs at the heart center, one more breath. Bring it to center, then fold, relax the head down, send the left leg back. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana. Back heel, 45-degree angle, press down, lift up. Soften the right hip back just slightly. So the right knee is very easily tracking forward, tailbone down, and let the eyes gaze up. They don't have to go all the way up toward the sky, but just at an angle. Relax the shoulders, tailbone down. Keep reaching out of the waist. Let's humble warrior, arms back, interlace the fingers, lift the chest, keep the heart open, lengthen forward and round. Relax the head down, arms to the sky. We'll give it another full breath. Press down, Warrior One, come all the way up, lift the arms, relaxing the shoulders again. We'll open Warrior Two, drop the arms out. One more breath. Prayer to the heart. Skandasana, side lunge, go left, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, and of course you're welcome to lower the hands to the mat if that offers a little more stability. Let's give it another full breath. Everybody lower the hands. Travel through center as you come into low lunge at the front. Walk the hands around. When your hips level out, lift the right arm, low lunge twist. One more big inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand. Meeting in downward facing dog. Feel free to go straight back. Feel free to flow through. From your down dog, look forward. Step or jump the feet lightly to the front. Lift your chest on the inhale. Exhale, round it down, stepping both feet all the way back together. Utkatasana, sit deep, arms up. Palms to prayer. Knees back slightly. Lengthen the spine, twist left. Look over the left shoulder. One more deep breath. And inhaling, center, exhale, dive. Right foot back, low lunge, Virabhadrasana 1. Right heel to the mat, press it down, float the arms high. Left hip back slightly. Left knee bending deep, tracking right over the left heel. Tailbone down, let the eyes gaze up slightly. One more breath. Humble warrior, arms back, interlace fingers, change the grip, open the heart, lengthen, then round. Head down, arms to the sky. One more. As you press down, lift up, warrior one, bring it all the way high. Soften the shoulders. Warrior two, drop the arms out. Focus gaze. All right, observing the mind, observing the body. Skandasana, prayer to the heart. Go to the right. Hands down if you need to modify. One more. Everybody hands down. Travel through center, come into low lunge, front of the mat. When the hips level out, keep the right hand down, lift the left arm, low lunge twist. Look high if you can. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand, meeting in down dog. You can hold or flow. From your down dog, soften the knees, listen carefully. We'll walk our hands back to our feet, folding over the legs at the back of the mat. Step your feet wide as the edges of your mat, but keeping your feet on the mat. You can angle the toes out a little bit. We're setting up Malasana, squat pose. Bend the knees deep. Feel free if you want to stack a block under the sit bones, or if you need to just go halfway down, depending on how things are feeling today. But if you have the room to do so, bend the knees deep and bring the elbows in between the knees to help prop the knees up, and you can hold it here. If you would like to add on, you can lower your right hand inside the right leg where the hand is in front of the right foot. Float the left arm up. You can also wrap the left arm around the lower back if you want to do a little half bind as an option, right? Or just keep it center. And if you've done the first side, do the second side. So your left hand lowers, fingertips in front of the left foot with the right arm lifting up. Again, if you want to go for the half bind, you can wrap the right arm around. Option. Let's give it another full breath. Lower the hands, lift the sit bones, heel toe the feet slightly closer together until they're hip width apart. Padangusthasana, grab your big toes in yogi toe lock, first two fingers of each hand. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, big inhale. Exhale, lengthen toward the mat. Crown of the head down, sit bones high, and if you're modifying, hang over your legs in ragdoll. One more breath. And inhaling, lift the chest. Exhaling, release the toes, bring hands to the waist, and with a flat back, press up slow to stand. Keep the hands on the waist. We'll do Natarajasana, dancer pose today. Shifting your weight to the right leg, lift the left knee and pick up the left palm. Kick your left foot back, grab your left foot close to the ankle, inside. This is an inside grip. Bring the knees together so the hips level out. Find your drishti past the nose, then lift the right arm, kick back into your left hand. You have the pose when you have the back bend. If you are here, right, do not go any deeper. But if you have the back bend and would like to work it deeper, you can start to bring your right arm all the way forward while continuing to kick your left foot all the way up toward the sky. One more breath. Let's meet upright. Lower the left leg, lower the right arm. Tadasana, stillness. We'll switch the sides. You can always bring hands back to the waist. Shift your weight, lift the right leg, pick up the right palm, kick your right foot back, grab inside the foot close to the ankle, zip it up, knees together, hips level, chest up. Lift the left arm. Keep gazing straight ahead past the nose. It's going to help you balance. Kick back. Hold. When you have the back bend, you're in it. If you wish to work this a little deeper, keep kicking back. Do not lose your back bend while your left arm pulls all the way forward. Right? I'm pretty much staying in the first part myself, but feel free if you have the advanced practice, kick up, kick back, while the left arm pulls forward. One more breath. Let's release slow, come up. Lower the right leg, lower the left arm. Stillness. Keeping your feet hip width distance apart. Check in if you choose. Inhale, sweep the arms around, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold. Pada Hastasana, hand to foot pose. Lift the chest, lift the fronts of the feet. Slide the hands under. With your next exhale, drop the toes down. Drop the head down. Let's take another 2 or 3 deep breaths. Ragdoll if you're modifying. One more. Chest up on the inhale. Exhale, release. Down dog. Walk your hands out. From your down dog, drop the knees. Come forward, lower onto your belly. You can option to Dhanurasana bow pose or Shalabhasana. If you're going locust, arms back, feet, legs together, lift everything up. Or if you're going Dhanurasana, that's the one I'm going to be demoing. Grab your feet close to the ankles, bring the knees in, and everybody lift up wherever you are in your back bend. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Child's pose. Shift back. You can reach your arms straight forward or back. one more. Coming back up to hands and knees. Take a seat on the mat. Let's bend up at the knees, roll down. Feel free if you want to just briefly hug the knees in for a little release, go for it. Rock a little happy baby if you choose. And as we continue winding down, you can either settle into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out with the hands on the legs or palms on the belly. If you would like to use the opportunity to go upside down, headstand, shoulder stand are fine options at this point. Just take your time, and of course you can modify your inversions by either propping under the lower back for a supported shoulder stand, or you can come into dolphin pose on the hands and knees instead of going into full Shirshasana headstand. Yogi's choice. Let's give it another 2 or 3 deep breaths. And just staying in touch with the body, the breath, observing the mind. And lower down slow. Take your counter stretch. If you're in the hip stretch, you can stay there. I'll take another 2 or 3 deep breaths. And releasing out nice and easy. Returning onto your backs. Hug the knees in again if you like, or give yourself any final stretch or twist or anything you'd like to do before settling into a brief Shavasana today. Settling back into stillness, setting up Shavasana. Extend the legs out, separate the feet a little. Feel free to support your Shavasana with the blanket behind the knees, or maybe your bolster behind the knees. Drop the arms out, turn the palms up. Close your eyes. We're letting go of the Ujjayi breath. We're letting go of the mind working at all. No observing, no thinking, just detaching. Settle back into stillness, settle into darkness for just a few moments while the body has the opportunity to restore and recover.